What are some street smarts everyone should know? Walk with purpose. Look ahead and stride confidently. If you're looking around and walking timidly, you'll be seen as lost, possibly a tourist, an easy mark. Avoid escalation in any circumstance. Your pride is not worth ending up dead for. If someone abruptly leaves a fight, they haven't given up. They've gone to get backup / a weapon. If you're uncomfortable somewhere, leave. Your brain's pretty good at picking up on stuff and nudging you in ways you don't consciously get at times. A dead giveaway that you are in a dangerous area. Many young men are standing around seemingly doing nothing. Always pay attention to your surroundings. It doesn't have to be constant scanning, but be aware. Keep your anger and rage in check. You never know what's on the other end. Know your turf. Know your neighborhood well enough that if it was late at night and you got into trouble, you would know where to go for help. Deflect. I had a very large scary woman get in my face and start screaming, "What are you looking at?" I just said, "Your earrings, those are so cute. I love the color." This was completely unexpected, and it worked. If it seems wrong, it is wrong. You don't have to stop when someone random talks to you on the street. Don't gawk and look up, just keep moving to where you're going. Cross to the other side of the street if you don't like what you see ahead. Be wary of distraction. One person starts shouting at something, while their partner grabs your bag. There are two speeds on the street: move fast, or get out of the way. Wallets don't go in your back right pocket. 3-card Monty is not a game. Optional, don't walk down the street with your cans in. This might be generational, but I'm a native New Yorker and don't think it wise to not hear what's going on around you. Always know where the exits are and have a plan if you have to get out in a hurry. You never go to a secondary location. Look like you belong where you are and have a purpose there. Don't let anyone distract you while another approaches. Be polite. It is so simple and yet seriously overlooked. Got myself out of some dangerous situations just by being polite. Think, don't react, just think about what you are going to do next. Reacting without thinking means you have to suffer consequences later down the line. Listen to your body, your feelings, they are normally telling you something for a reason. Better to be wrong than dead. It's difficult to give much as most are learned through experience to know what to look for. Edit. I need to readjust my advice on being polite. There are times when being polite is a no-go, especially, as it wasn't in my mind at the time, women. If someone is being forceful, rude, going to take offense, are a lot stronger or intimidating than you, or you feel unsafe, listen to your body and feelings, just dip. Don't interact, don't give them ammunition, just walk on. Be aware of what's going on around and behind you, listen to their footsteps and voice. Are they getting louder or closer? Don't directly look behind you, but get in a position where you can use your peripheral vision. It is absolutely not cowardice to run. Even our smart hood gangsters dip and run. Use your own survival instincts, be aware of your feelings, think. You really need to use your own common sense and learn how to be safe. My examples are general, and like I said before, a lot is down to experience. Everybody is trying to hustle you in Vegas. Everybody. If you ever see a gun at a party, leave. If anyone is playing with fire at a party, leave. If you see a needle, leave. If someone is buying you a drink, that drink needs to go from the staff to you. Observe the chain of custody. Be suspicious of any drink that was walked across the room by a non-staff stranger. Stay sober enough to stay aware. When pulling up behind someone at a red light, I always leave enough room in front of me if I need to quickly steer around and GTFO of there. Works for carjackings, runaway tractor trailers, meteors, diarrhea, etc. Look both ways before you cross the street. Walk with purpose even if you have no idea where you are or what you're doing. Most people won't fuck with someone who looks like they have somewhere to be. Running away is better than fighting. It's better to live as a fool who runs than to die by underestimating someone's fighting strength or whether or not they're armed. If people look at you like you're out of place, you're out of place. That's your sign to leave, and you should do so immediately. That sketchy bodega with bars on the window and bulletproof glass is the safest place around, and the person behind the counter is definitely armed. If you're ever being followed on foot and can't make it to another safe place, go there to get help. Blend in with the crowd. Wear a dark-colored shirt and jeans when you're headed somewhere questionable. You'll be able to disappear into crowds and not be an easy target. Don't wear hats or bright-colored shirts where someone can follow you through a crowd easily. Trust your gut, JDFR, just don't feel right. If something just don't feel right, it's not right. Always carry an emergency cash, you don't know what might happen. In case of emergency, there's something you can spend. Also, never forget the power of pocket sand and pepper spray. Don't let random people use your phone to make a quick call. They will take it and run. Always lock your doors. Especially if you are inside your house/car. Seems so simple, yet so many people don't regularly do it. Mind your business. If mama says don't go there, she's usually right. Learn to parallel park because streets be tight sometimes. If you suspect someone is following you, make 3 right turns. If they follow you through all the turns, calmly drive to the nearest police station, and notify the police. When at a club, always know where all the exits are. My friends used to laugh at me for doing that, until one night there was a shooting at the club. While everyone made a mad dash for the main entrance, I grabbed her hand and ran in the opposite direction. We missed the mad crush at the door and made it out back fine. They never laughed again about me looking around. Situation awareness. If you must walk through a bad area, do so with your head held high, your fists clenched and looking like you're begging someone to knock the chip off your shoulder. Friend of mine lived in an area with lots of robberies and muggings, and even though he's not big, he did everything stated above and never had an issue with anyone. If you look like you're aware of your surroundings and are ready to take on anyone who gives you hassle, you stand a good chance of being left alone. Trust your instincts, be aware of surroundings, and stay observant. Avoid discussing travel plans with strangers. Always be polite to cops, bouncers, and anyone who takes your food where you can't see it. Don't pull cash out in public. Don't carry an unloaded gun. Ladies, don't walk in dark alleys or streets alone. So many women I know are like, it's cool, I'm not scared, when the possibility of being hurt somehow is entirely independent from whether or not the person was scared. Don't be a dick. If you're in a large parking lot or structure, pay attention for anyone standing around or walking aimlessly. Take special note if anyone changes direction and starts walking directly towards you, it's often an encounter best avoided. Robbery is a fringe crime. It's something that occurs on the fringes of crowds. The robber needs the crowd to supply his victim, but he can't get too close to the same. Too far away from the crowd and there's nobody to rob. Too close, and he can't do it safely. Criminals lurk on the fringes. Where there are light and noise, there are crowds. If you avoid the fringe, your chances of getting robbed decrease markedly.